Students of these two schools are now on Christmas break. This rivalry never takes a break. North Central and Carmel, thanks for joining us on ISC and My Indy TV. Tonight's game presented in part by Banks and Brower. For every hour, there's Banks and Brower. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By Galetco and Daily, you go to work when you can't. Learn more at IndianaWorkers.com. By LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. By the Paul Logan Foundation, honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together. By Unranked Hoops, Indy's first Euro-style basketball academy. Check out UNRNKD.com. And by Wabash College, schedule your visit today at wabash.edu. Greg Rakestraw, for the first time this basketball season, we welcome back for his second year with the ISC Sports family, the Hall of Famer and Dave Nicholson. Coach, it is good to see you, and my guess is you've got some stories to tell about each of these two programs from your coaching days.
It's a great to be back, Greg, and you're right. For 16 years, we came here for the sectional. They didn't share it back then. Now they share it between Noblesville and Carmel. But we came over here 16 times on the Carmel court. So, and we enjoyed it here. We had a lot of success in the 80s here, and I enjoyed it. North Central, Doug Mitchell, a good friend. Walt Morse, 20-year assistant, who's now sitting on the Carmel bench as the assistant. So a lot of ties. These two schools, of course, the boundaries join each other. It used to be the biggest rivalry. I'm not sure it's the biggest, but it certainly is big.
And one that obviously as of next year goes back to being a conference rivalry after 4 years of that not being the case. You see the two head coaches, Kevin Gant on your left, Ryan Osborne on the right. Let's start with the home side. Carmel is 3-0. We saw them in action last Friday when they beat Noblesville by 12. Would have had their game against Crown Point on Saturday had Mother Nature got in the way. So both teams had their games on Saturday bagged because of the snow. But Carmel undefeated. Carmel against three pretty solid teams they have beaten so far. And frankly, Dave, they are learning from kind of the lessons of the last couple of years, where they've had 500 or seasons just below it. Those guys have all kind of gotten through those battles, Dave, and here they are now. I think they're going to be a pretty good basketball team.
I think Carmel's going to have a great season. I really do. They, as you said, they've beaten Zionsville, Lawrence Central, and Noblesville, three quality teams. And last year had to be a really tough year for Coach Osborne and the Greyhounds. Of course, they lost Pluto in the middle
Correct.
of the year. And he was the heart and soul of that team, not only the leading scorer, but he was the inspirational leader that kept them going, in my opinion. And they battled the rest of the year, but never able to get it at the level they're used to here.
I think the expectations for Carmel were about what they are now. North Central, I'm not sure there were outside expectations. They graduated some key pieces like Poppy Rivera and Nigel Jewell, Carter Klaus as well. Also had some players leave. Rashawn Woodward to Brownsburg, Bryce Petty, Jeremiah Bellamy now at Lawrence Central. It's really only guys like Gabe Grossfield, Antoine Watts, Ramsey Bonds, only guys really back from last year's team that, yes, won the Marion County Championship and finished 14-12. But so far, Dave, they're 3-1 with some really good wins so far.
Well, I think Kevin Gant has got to be excited about the start that they have. They beat Brownsburg. They beat Terre Haute North. They had a slip up there with Tech, but they bounced right back and got Terre Haute North in a tough game. And the only game that they lost is at Tech. Interesting, they beat a Tech from out of state. They won that one. And but I think I remember when Kevin Gant was playing in this gym
right
for North Central for Doug Mitchell, and he was a good little player. And I believe it was a situation where he only played 1 year of varsity basketball his senior year, but he stepped up and became a very valuable part of that team.
We'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get coaches' keys to victory for each of these two teams. Again, we're about 7 or 8 minutes away from tip-off. It is North Central and Carmel. It is yours coming up momentarily on ISC and My Indy TV.
Wabash is a school for people who are serious about reaching their full potential. If you really want to be challenged, you really want to reach your goals, you really want to take the road less traveled, if you're the kind of person that wouldn't have it any other way, we have a culture here where people outwork and outlove every day. And if that's what you're looking for, then we're your place.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the IC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the IC Sports Network.
Teams back in the locker room for just a matter of moments for North Central. This is their final game until the Paul Logan Invitational that we'll have for you on ISC December 29th and 30th. Carmel turns around and does this again tomorrow as they host Kokomo. We'll have that game for you in stream fashion on the ISC Sports Network. Rob Brown and Pete Smith will have the coverage of that one. Greg Rakestraw and Dave Nicholson. Let's get to our keys to the game. Coach, what are the three things you are focusing on for these two teams tonight?
Number one, who can set the tempo? Carmel likes to play the half-court game predominantly. They're putting up 56 points a game doing that, but they take care of the basketball. They take only good shots, and they're playing good defense. Those things will pay off. Who turns it over the most? Both teams are setting very well in that category. Each of them only averaging 11 turnovers per ball game. So if North Central can apply the pressure and turn Carmel over, which is no easy task, that would be a great benefit to them. And transition defense, and that particularly applies to Carmel because North Central's going to want to push the basketball, get up the court very quickly. Carmel's got to get back and get their defense set.
Three-point shooting, also a key for each of these two teams in tonight's game. North Central's been outstanding from three-point range so far this season, 41%. For Carmel, it's been a bit more of a struggle in terms of 29%, but again, that even improved after beating Noblesville a week ago.
And the point there, Greg, North Central has taken 86 threes, so for Carmel's only taken 34. So I think Carmel understands our bread and butter is not necessarily behind the three line where it is for North Central.
From a ranking standpoint, the Panthers are receiving votes in the coaches poll. Jeff Sagarin has them 20th in the Sagarin ratings this year. Carmel in the USA Today 4A poll, they are number 6. In the one-class coaches poll, they are number 9. And they are number 13 in the Sagarin ratings coming into tonight's contest. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with our national anthem, our starting lineups, and our opening tip-off from the Eric Clark Activity Center and Bill Shepherd Court. We're back in just a moment as you're watching on ISC and MyIndy TV.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Goodness. Bit of a late arriving crowd, but one that is starting to file in here to the Eric Clark Activity Center. Again, Carmel students were actually off today. Today was the final day of the first semester for Washington Township schools, but always a buzz when these two teams get together. By the way, our officiating crew is an outstanding one tonight. Chad Beck, Chris Shields, and Lachelle Hatcher will be our three-person officiating crew for tonight's contest. Carmel averaging 56 points a game so far this year, which by their standards is firing things up a bit. They kind of had what was their standard game, if you will, against Zionsville to open the season 35-28. But they have picked up the pace in each of their last two contests, beating Lawrence Central 70-62 and Noblesville by a score of 64-52. It is hard to mistake the voice of Aaron Pittman, public address announcer for Carmel, as he directs our attention to the American flag, and we will do the same as well. Let's listen to the playing of tonight's national anthem. And with that, let's get to our starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from North Central. Their leading scorer is Gabe Grossfeld, a 6'3 senior again, who was a reserve player for him last year, averaging just shy of 15 points a contest, 3 rebounds a game, shooting 51% from the floor, 5 of 12 from three-point range. He is joined by Bryce Harris, a 6'2 junior, 14.5 points, 3.5 rebounds a game, 53% from the floor, and how about this? He is 13 of 23 so far this year from three-point range. Caleb Rhodes, one of 2 Rhodes in the starting lineup. Caden is the other. Those guys' job, go get the basketball. Caleb wears number 21, Caden number 13. Caleb 5 points, 3 boards a game. So, of course, Caden, the inverse, 3 points and 5 rebounds a game. And Brennan Johnson rounds up the starting 5, a 5'9 junior, 3 points and 3 rebounds a game. The majority of the offense comes from Grossfeld, Harris, and Watts. Everybody else just kind of plays their role, but don't be surprised if North Central plays 10 or 11 players. And, you know, Doug Mitchell's teams are known for their full court pressure and their overall talent. Dave, this group at North Central may be known for their tenacity on the offensive glass. They think they can get every rebound.
They're not a big ball club. No. And, you know, rebounding is a mindset. It's a determination to go after the basketball, and they have done that very, very well.
Starting 5 for Carmel. Cash Daniels, the transfer from Cathedral. 5'10 junior, 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists a game. Evan Harrell, 6'8 senior, headed to play at Bellarmine next year. 13 points, 8 rebounds a game, and 53% from the floor. Ben Bremer, 6'1 senior, 8 points, 2 rebounds a contest, 3 of 6 from three-point range, and 54% from the field. Aiden Dickerson, 6'4 junior, 8 points, 7 boards a game. Aiden doesn't shoot the ball often. When he does, it goes in. 71% from the floor. And Julian Vogt gets the start tonight, the 6'6 senior, 3 points and 2 rebounds a contest. Ryan Osborne, now in year number 9, is the man in charge of this Carmel program. His record 149-56. And of course, has a pair of state championships to his name. Let's thank our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew. Aaron Van Wolde, Daryl Tibbs, Eric Connect, Carlos Algonquin, and thank you to Vince Morales. Great job by our crew as per usual. Grossfeld will have the honor to jump at center for North Central. Looks like Evan Harrell will have his opposite number for the Carmel Greyhounds. Final game for 10 days for the Panthers. Carmel plays Kokomo here tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us on ISC and My Indy TV. And we are underway. Ben Bremer tracks it down, and North Central picks up in man-to-man. Bremer, a quick three, got it. And again, Dave, this is a Carmel team that's playing at a much faster pace here early in the year.
Not only are they playing quicker on the half court, they leak out and get 2 or 3 lay-ins a game.
Catch and shoot three by Rhodes, not that time. Good job by Bremer to wall off his guy and just kind of turtles up, which will lead the ball to stay here with North Central.
Bremer hit that last three. He doesn't take a lot of them, but he hits them. He's now 4 out of 7 on the season.
That's really what kind of got him in the rotation as a sophomore. Kid that split time between JV and varsity early in the year. He's been all varsity for the last 2 calendar years. Kind of had a breakthrough game at the Paul Logan event 2 years ago. And steps called against North Central. They have taken pretty good care of the basketball so far this year. Panthers averaging about 11.5 turnovers a game. Here's Daniels. He has fit in seamlessly here at Carmel. Other pieces, all kids that have been through the wars here with the Hounds. Harrell had it knocked away, but Bremer able to track it down.
You're seeing Harrell play a lot more on the perimeter with slashing to the basketball, to the rim, and he also drives the basketball this year.
Good hands by Grossfeld. And what you're seeing with this lineup for Carmel, I'm going to say it was actually last touched by a Carmel player, so a Greyhound turnover. But this lineup for Carmel with Vogt in there, now a little more size at 6'4", 6'6", and 6'8". And another turnover by North Central.
Good hands, and Carmel, we talked about the fact that they just don't give up on defense. They will touch a lot of basketballs, get deflections.
Not a bad idea on the double. This Rhodes kind of led with his hands. So Caleb Rhodes commits the foul. His first and team foul, number 1 as well. Carmel allowing 47 points a game. Dickerson going to work and couldn't finish, but gets the loose ball and gets fouled. Dickerson with the bucket and an and 1 to follow.
Dickerson, a football player, and that shows up out here on the court. He really is aggressive to the backboards. He's only taken 6 free throws. He's not hitting them very well yet, 50%.
Dickerson connects on that one. Dickerson had 12 points in the victory against Noblesville. And again, steps by North Central. The Panthers now in the first 100 seconds have 3 turnovers. And Daniels blows by not 1 but 2 defenders, and an easy look for Evan Harrell.
That's the thing I said that was kind of missing the last couple of years. Carmel didn't get those easy breakaway baskets.
Grossfeld with the bucket. And we may be a bucket away from a quick timeout. Vogt lays it up and in. Nothing coming yet from Kevin Gant. He is just kind of letting his team figure this out a little bit. But in the blink of an eye, North Central down 10-0. 3 for Rhodes does not go. Ball touched last by North Central. David Smith will come in, a sophomore. Has 8 points. 2 for 4 from the field. And that includes on 3-pointers as well.
North Central's trying to apply a little man-to-man press. It may slow Carmel down. I'm not sure it's going to force them to turn it over. They take care of the basketball very, very well. That young man right there has made a real difference in this ball club. He joined Carmel this year. Daniels, outstanding point guard. He has the quickness, shoots the outside shot.
Grossfeld, good look that would not go. Foul called against the Greyhounds. Panthers is trying to find terra firma here in the early going. Vogt the foul. And North Central wins against Brownsburg, Attucks, and Terre Haute North. Lost to Tech, but their games have all been very competitive. Largest margin was the win against Attucks on December the 2nd by 14. They had their game with Cathedral postponed last week, and that runner is good for Brennan Johnson.
Excellent drive.
To the 5'9" junior. Daniels at the other end. Good look that would not go, but Dickerson continues the possession. Give Daniels the dime as Harrell alertly saw the pass coming and puts it up and in. Roosevelt, hesitation, good extra pass, and it leads to a bucket. Caden Rhodes, and now a timeout taken, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. This 30-second timeout presented by the Paul Logan Foundation, which continues to give back to Washington Township by providing valuable resources to all athletic teams and is dedicated to supporting student athletes and enhancing athletic opportunities across the district. Be sure to attend the 5th annual Paul Logan Invitational this winter on December the 29th and 30th. The Paul Logan Foundation, honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together.
I know it's early in the ball game, Greg, 12-4, but an 8-point lead by Carmel is like a 10, 12,
right.
14-point lead by most teams because Carmel does not take bad shots, and it's tough to get back in the game very quickly on them.
And pressure. Harrell kind of picked it up in a tough spot. Daniels bailed him out. Couldn't finish, but you're seeing Carmel get those extra chances, and Harrell now with 6. Foul going to be called on Cash Daniels, and this is the first time in what we have seen from North Central, they have overcome being a little bit undersized by being so quick. This is the first time another team's size has kind of given them fits here early in the season.
Right, the only real quickness probably can keep up with them is Cash Daniels. So I like the attack. They're just got to be patient, not look at the clock and the scoreboard. Just keep attacking.
Vogt pinned that to the backboard. Elijah Anderson in for North Central. Harrell goes right to the rim, could not finish. Roosevelt with the rebound. Good job of recovering the bobble. Smith's shot does not go, and Anderson touched it last. Again, North Central's been really good from three-point range this season, but you still kind of feel some shots have been a little quick so far in this game.
I tell you, the young man that's really come out, and I thought he would have a breakout year this year, is Harold. And he's showing a lot of quickness. He's going full court. He's driving the basketball, and he's doing a great job of cutting. He'll go down inside, as you can see there, and post up. But he also comes out, opens up the court, and makes a move to the basket.
They play more positionless basketball these days in all forms of basketball. But he'll often kind of play the 5 here as Bremer drives and shot block. At Bellarmine, he'll play the 3 or the 4 when he gets to the college level.
Definitely.
Catch and shoot 3 by Johnson does not go. But again, North Central will battle for every rebound. They haven't found the range from three-point land yet. Again, he came in making nearly 9 threes a game and shooting 41%. They're 0-4 so far in this one.
It'll only take one to get them going. They hit a 3, it'll loosen it up, they'll get it going.
Ramsey Bonds is in again. Ramsey saw some playing time last year, 5'9" senior. 3 points of basketball game, and Ramsey whistled for the foul. Was it go the other direction? Yeah, it's going Bonds. Carmel won this game by a point at North Central last year. Harrell on the drive. Shot altered. Dickerson. Let's see if he's fouled on the way up. And the story of this game has been Carmel cashing in on second chance. And say did not get the shot up before the foul came. So underneath out of bounds for Carmel. Carmel now will go smaller as JaMichael Fountain will come in, replacing Harrell. Harrell, Bremer, Vogt, Fountain, all seniors. This
I
group
think
is
you'll see Harold on the bench a very short period of time. But the way they've got him playing, an excellent outside shot.
so Vogt makes the second Carmel three. And this is not the way I think we saw this one unfolding and going into it. 17-4 for the Hounds. Couple of looks at the rim that have fallen for North Central. Nothing else so far. Harris tries from the corner and got it. And again, Harris, 13 of 23 from three through the first 4 games this season. Fountain steps into a three and splashes it home.
Going into the night, Fountain was only 1 of 5. So
he had basically scored 7 points all year until that basket. Right idea, better read by Vogt. 4th North Central turnover. Their first since the opening 3 possessions of the game. But again, 20 points many years for Carmel is a good half. Like literally 27 is a halftime score the Hounds have had many times the last few years. It's a different team. Daniels on the drive, fouled on the layup.
Got a glimpse of Cash's ability to take the ball off the dribble. I can't overemphasize what he has added to this ball club. They needed a point guard. They needed someone that could penetrate. He can do that. He can also shoot the outside shot.
I know he is starting to gather some college attention. You know, a bit undersized at 5'10", but this combination of speed and skill, you can find a place for him.
He's a 78% free throw shooter, and he's taken quite a few. Coming into tonight, he was 15 of 19, so he's been deadly there, even though he missed that first one.
Adler Cole checks in, 6'3" junior. We did not see Adler last Friday night in the win against Noblesville. Daniels misses them both. Touch last by Dickerson.
North Central's a young ball club, and it's going to be interesting when they're down 20-7 to see how they adjust and come back. They haven't been in this situation before, I'm sure.
5-out offense here for the Panthers. You know, if you had kind of said this score going into the season, we all might have kind of nodded about it. But North Central's been really impressive their first 4 games this year. Not finding an answer. Again, folks, they beat Terrell North, who's in the semi-state last year. They beat Brownsburgers in the regional last year. Addicts may end up being one of the better teams in 3A, and North Central's beaten them all. It was a patient possession, and Harris worked himself into a spot to get fouled and shoot 2.
I like what North Central did. Not look at the scoreboard, but they came up and worked and worked and worked and penetrated and put the pressure on the defense and gets to go to the foul line. Sometimes the team gets behind big and they start jacking up threes from everywhere. It doesn't work well.
Harris connects. 5 of 6 from the line so far this season. Harris will sub out if he can make this. And connects.
83% shooter, and he showed why.
That was something that North Central did exceedingly well last year. They were north of 80% as a team for a good chunk of last year.
Yeah, they're sitting at 70%, which is fine, but at 83 is exceptional. If you get above 70 in high school, most coaches would accept that.
Cole, a miss from 3. Chance to bring this back to single digits. The 3 does not go. Shot taken and missed by Antonio McFarland, who's checked in. Like we said, NC will go deep into their lineup. Daniels on the take, no. But Dickerson follows the ball and gets rewarded for the effort. Mason certainly the lineup early in his freshman season and has never left. All knocked away by Carmel, out of bounds for North Central. Kevin Gant thought there was some contact there.
Carmel doesn't only put great pressure on the basketball, but if you watch the rotation away from the ball, there's help side. Every time the ball moves, all 5 defenders move and adjust to get in the help side position.
Already down towards the end of the quarter. Carmel's got a foul to give if they choose. And out of bounds off of North Central. Well, you're also seeing the physicality advantage that Carmel has as the older team tonight.
Very clear in this one. You look at Dickerson out there, very physical player when he's out there. Harold's resting right now, but
Coach 3 was in time, but just off target. One of the few empty trips for Carmel in quarter number 1. Greyhounds look the part so far. Leading North Central 22-9 on ISC, my Indy TV.
At the University of Indianapolis, your education is just the beginning. Small class sizes means that everyone gets to know you, your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. UIndy empowers you with real-world, hands-on learning projects that transforms your potential into purpose. And it's just minutes from downtown Indianapolis, connecting you to our alumni network, internships, and careers. How's that for opportunity? So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds left. Big players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. Oh! Taking a layup, take it. And an and one. Fly ball. Red Red Straw, Dave Nicholson with you here on ISC and my Indy TV. Partner, what has to change for North Central here in quarter number 2?
well, I think the tight defense of Carmel might be suspect to back cuts, back screens, because the tighter that defense plays, first fake one way, go the other way, you get a layup.
Little 2-1-2 zone look here by North Central, obviously extending pressure. Vince Nover in for the first time for Carmel. 6'3" junior. Vogt got the start in his place tonight.
I like what Coach Gant did there. He switched up during that intermission of the quarter. Went to a zone. They've got to take some chances. They got to gamble, but they can't worry about the score. I know they're down 13, but with the three-point shot, and they're a very good three-point shooting team, they can get back in this ballgame.
Nover lets a man fly by. He fires and misses everything, but there's Harrell and got it. And when you don't play a lot of zone, it's often they struggle to rebound out of it.
Harold just out-quicked the defender there. That's something I keep emphasizing him because I'm very impressed with him, but he was so quick in going and grabbing that basketball.
Speaking of quick, Cash Daniels, timeout North Central. We will take it with him. 7:12 left to go in the first half. North Central leads it by 17. You're watching an ISC and my Indy TV.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them.
North Central to inbound after the timeout. 26-9. Again, not the score maybe that was expected in this one.
Carmel's came out and put the defensive full court press on North Central. You would expect the press to come the other way.
And that's going to be a jump ball. Yep. Arrow keeps it right here, but a jump ball. And again, if you have been watching Carmel for the last decade plus, what you are seeing now doesn't exactly sync up. They have picked up the pace this year, and it has been to their benefit.
The other thing that we said a key to the game was transition defense by Carmel, not allowing North Central to get any breakaways, and they have done an excellent job there of getting back and staying in front of the basketball.
Contested three by Anderson does not go. Fountain down the lane, score it. Fountain with 5. And North Central in danger of losing touch very early in this one. Heck of a pass. Solid finish by Caden Rhodes, his second field goal. North Central playing without Antoine Watts, their third leading scorer. Daniels misses, but we keep track of a lot of things in terms of our stats during the game. Offensive rebounds, not one of them. Carmel is getting second and third looks almost every time down. Don't need one there as Daniels hits the 3. And Daniels coming up a bit gimpy, trying to run through it. Fight for the loose ball. Rhodes saves it. Johnson fires a 3. That does not go. Anderson keeps the rebound alive. Johnson's runner, no. And the rebounds are there for North Central. Just the made shots are not. Timeout called by Carmel, basically just to get a timeout to try to get Daniels to the bench. You know, he came a bit gimpy at the end of the last play.
That last three-pointer by Daniels, believe it or not, that was his first three-point made of the year. He's now 1 of 6. He uses his quickness. He gets to the basket. He'll go the intermediate shot, medium range shot.
Take a look at the last effort by Daniels. Tonight's game on ISC and by NDTV presented by Main Street Barbershop, a barbershop that's so good it's named after the street that it's no longer on. Now located on 116th Street and Keystone Parkway, look for Christopher Walken's sign that tells you that walk-ins are always welcome. Matt Stilger is Carmel's barber to the stars, but regular folk get their haircut there too, like me. Main Street Barbershop, a classic barbershop for the modern family. Throw it up top for Harrell. Harrell and 1. Too easy for Evan Harrell and Carmel. He's got double figures, and the Hounds lead by 20.
Again, Carmel adjusted to the press and ran a perfect press break. Got the ball up the side, into the middle, laid it over to Harold for the easy basket.
And again, I'll state this again. I think a lot of us around the area thought it was going to be a little bit of a year of struggle for North Central. Maybe we're pleasantly surprised by how they have looked the first 4 games of the season. But Carmel is taking them to the house right now. Good sharing of the basketball here by the Panthers. And Rhodes, he's been their best weapon around the rim. He's got 6. Carmel attacking.
Could have been some contact there. They call it travel. Once again, that press breaker got the ball from the defensive end to the offensive end by Carmel very quickly by running the press breaker.
Just the second Carmel turnover.
What we've got, in my opinion, Greg, is just a young ball club that came out and Carmel just jumped on them and it got the deer in the headlight look now by North Central. They need to just not worry about the scoreboard. And I saw Grossfeld, and that was clearly a push in the back. That was an easy call to make.
David Smith will come back in as Anderson has a seat.
Press breaker, you want to have good floor spacing. They've done that. You want to advance the ball up the court, just like that.
Vogt catch and shoot 3. Grossfeld the rebound. And it is a whole new world for Carmel. Grossfeld a bobble. Dickerson the recovery. He got fouled, and Dickerson will shoot 2.
From a coaching standpoint, Coach Gant, you just try to get your guys to stay focused, take the shots that come, keep pressing, keep battling on the boards. Don't even look at the scoreboard.
Dickerson connects from the line. He's got 6 points. 6 different Carmel players have scored. 8 have played, and Daniels back in. Daniels dealt with a cramp at the end of the game against Noblesville 7 days ago. As Dickerson gets the friendly bounce on that one, too. In Kokomo up tomorrow night for Carmel. They play Marion tonight, do the Cats with a K. A lot of quick shots for North Central in this one. Daniels, Dickerson to the bucket.
Great pass by Daniels. The ball went from the left side, hit Daniels in the middle. He drops it down, gets the lay-in.
Johnson's three does not go, but he goes and gets it. Just kind of slings down at the rim. Just a night where everything going wrong for North Central.
People that have watched Carmel over the years, they've got to be surprised at the fast pace they're playing.
Harrell on the turn and one. And partner, this is starting to flirt now. It wouldn't be the case until halftime, but you'll be able to make that late dinner plan tonight because we are getting into clock territory here.
And I've got Evan Harrell there at the free throw line. Already has 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. He's a chance to go for his 14th, 15th point in the first half.
North Central foul is on David Smith, his first.
So Harrell already made one free throw. 10 of 16 from the line this season.
The one thing I've alluded to through the times that makes Carmel a much better basketball team, they can vary the pace at which they play. Tonight they're playing very quick and take advantage, getting some easy baskets on the transition. They can also grind it down and make it a 25-28 game if they need to.
Bonds in the lane. Had it taken away. 8 North Central turnovers. Daniels,
Nice.
Dickerson. Nice pass again, just couldn't get the finish. That three does not go, and again, North Central has made just one so far from Bryce Harris. Has been their MO, is knocking those shots down this season, and they've not been going tonight.
They haven't been bad looks from the three line. They're shots they normally, I'm sure, have been hitting here early in the season to have a 41% three-point average.
Now Carmel kind of getting back to their roots in terms of just spreading the floor and make you guard them.
Carmel just does not take bad shots. If it takes 10, 15 passes to get the look they want,
like that one,
they wait for it.
Bremer makes it a 30-point Carmel lead. A jaw-dropping score here tonight. Carmel rated number 6 in the 4A poll, number 9 in the coaches poll. Sagarin has them 13th. Folks, Sagarin has North Central 20th. That's what makes the way this one has played out all the more stunning. And 2 free throws at the other end for Evan Harrell.
This type of thing happens at all levels of basketball. There's been several college teams, really good college teams, that just have a terrible night. Purdue had the other night. I never thought I'd see that team play that poorly.
Right.
You know, so it happens. It doesn't mean you're a terrible team. You have those nights. You just buy into it, move on.
So Harrell will shoot 2, already sitting on 14 points and make it 15. Novert will come back in for the Hounds as Dickerson will get a seat. Probably weren't thinking about conserving minutes tonight for Kokomo tomorrow night, but that's kind of the part that Ryan Osborne has gotten to already. So Harrell has outscored North Central single-handedly. On the stumble, foul called.
Got bumped.
And 2 free throws coming up. Nover, the guilty party. And David Smith will shoot 2.
David Smith at the line, shooting 2.
Smith 2 for 2 from the line so far this season. And misses that one. That kind of night for North Central. And they will play Park Tudor and Jeffersonville coming up in the Paul Logan Invitational. Smith misses them both, and Harrell rips away the rebound. And this for Carmel now is all about getting this to 35 by halftime. Delancey Font fouled. Quickly helped up. And Delancey, who just checked in, now he'll get 2 free throws of his own. We saw him just for a brief period of time last Friday against Noblesville. Carmel is 3-0 for a second consecutive year. Last year, that 3-0 start then ended against Noblesville. Fant will shoot a second free throw as he missed that one.
We're seeing it here in the first half, but another one of the real strengths of this Carmel ball club this year is the depth. They've got 3 or 4 guys coming off the bench that can get big numbers any night. And if someone gets in foul trouble or needs a rest, there's not much of a letdown.
Daniels will pull from 3 and stick it. Now again, has to be a 35-point lead at halftime for the running clock to go into effect, all right, any point in half number 2. We are in that territory with 90 seconds left to go before halftime. And again, 49 in so many other years for Carmel would be a final score.
I'm kind of shocked.
Right.
I look up at 49-13. No one in the world would have guessed that.
And again, last year, once Kudo got hurt for Carmel, it was a race to 35, and they still won a couple of games like that. The free throw is good for Caleb Rhodes. Remember comes back in now.
Yeah, we talked about Kuto. Of course, he's playing at Oral Roberts.
Rebound by Harrell. Kudo was going to go to Huntington, but when Corey Alford left to go be an assistant coach at Oral Roberts, Alex went with him. I think that's off the leg of a Carmel player. 3rd Greyhound turnover. Actually,
they may reverse that. I think it was off North Central.
I would agree, yep. Take a look.
You see, our eyes are better from how far away than the official from 10 feet.
Also, Aaron Van Wolde's eyes had it too. That's our camera operator on that. We have the replay for you. Nover on the attack. Score it. Carmel averages 56 points a game. They're sitting on 51 with 45 seconds left to go. Bond's 3 does not go. And if Carmel elects to hold for 1 here, we're guaranteed to have a running clock for the second half. You're not turning down layups. Nover with 4. Folks, our second half is going to be very brief tonight. This is a 39-point game. Again, North Central is 3-1. North Central has been pretty good to start the year, but Carmel is thumping them tonight. This has a chance to be a 40-point lead at halftime. Clock is on your screen. Nover fires. No. Half-court heave. Does not go. It is literally a sprint to the finish at the Eric Clark Activity Center this evening. Not a typo. Carmel 53, North Central 14. We're back in 2 minutes on ISC and My Indy TV.
There are many ways to judge the quality of a college or university. At Wabash, we are proud of being nationally ranked in so many measures of quality. The engagement of our students with their faculty, the exceptional classroom experience, the unbeatable internship program and alumni network. It's easy to see how we earn our reputation as one of the best colleges in the country. We are proud of our rankings, but come see for yourself. Schedule a visit today at wabash.edu.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
caught. There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
Wrestler!
Wrestler!
Whoa!
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the IC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the IC Sports Network.
One of my favorite Mel Brooks lines is, no one expected the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expected this. Carmel 53, North Central 14. And we can take this one of two ways. Greg Regstraw, Dave Nicholson with you on ISC and MyIndyTV. Again, Carmel is averaging 56 points a game. They have 53 in 16 minutes. North Central has scored at least 65 points in every game. They're sitting on 14 at halftime. Dave, what has happened tonight?
Well, it came out, young ball club, and Carmel got on them early. And as I said earlier, it seems like just that deer in the headlight look by the North Central Panthers. Carmel did everything well. You know, we talked about the keys to the game. You can throw those out the window. We talked about transition defense. I was talking about Carmel getting back and stopping the break from North Central. It's the other way around. Carmel has had numerous easy basketball, either off the press breaker or off just the outlet. They always send a man to the corner, and they run the 5-man from basket to basket. They got two shots in there for Harold, who's having a great first half. I think he has 16 points according to the official stats in the first period. He's came into the ball game. He's averaging 13, but he's done it in numerous ways. He's driven to the basket. He's rebounded and had putbacks on the offensive glass in every way. Down at the other end, you think, okay, what does Coach Gant say to his ball club? Well, you go in there and you just say, hey, the first half's over. Don't think about it. Don't look at the clock. Go out and let's see what we can do against Carmel. What works. Let's see if it works against this ball club tonight, it'll probably work against anybody else on our schedule. So you try to learn from the last whatever time we left.
Yeah, the second half will be brief. It'll be played under a running clock scenario the entire time. This is Veda Jones, you see performing at halftime. Her teammates from Carmel set the bar pretty high from half number one. Hounds 53, Panthers 14. We'll come back with Wabash College trivia and first half highlights when we come back on ISC and MyIndyTV.
We build kids up from the ground up. It's not so much about where you're at.
In most programs in Indiana, it's teams and it's games and it's teams and it's games.
They're playing in a bunch of games and not really having any type of system or structure to their routine, to their development, to their growth.
Trying to find more of a balance, more trainings, less games, skill development, basketball IQ.
Accountability. Once you walk through those doors, energy and efforts on you, the individual.
4 to 5 days a week, really trying to build a player that is prepared for going into their middle schools, going into their high schools and beyond.
You have objective criteria you have to meet to move on to the next class. That gives kids a sense of dedication to work to get towards something.
We're not here chasing rankings. We're trying to develop basketball players.
You should not worry about getting ranked at such a young age.
We're going to push you to limits that you probably didn't know you can get to.
It's about the work ethic and less about the rankings and the notoriety. We want you to get a well-rounded basketball education.
Little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness. Let's see if Dave can be as effective in Wabash College halftime trivia as Carmel was offensively in half number 1.
I've got a complaint on that.
Which is?
I listened to you and Pete Smith the other night.
Yep.
And you threw him a real softball, something like, what town is Wabash in?
It wasn't that bad. It was true or false, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But if you were watching Wednesday night, you're getting the same question.
Ooh.
Let's see how your memory is. After snapping a recent losing skid by beating John Carroll on Saturday, the Little Giants turn to action tomorrow against Anderson. How many times have those two schools met on the hardwood? 32, 42, 62, or 92?
42.
The answer is B, 42 times. Level of question okay for you now?
That's better.
Okay, there we go. The Little Giants have a 31-11 record all time against the Ravens. Schedule your visit to Wabash anytime when you log on to wabash.edu. Let's show you our first half highlights as those fly by. We'll go over scoring in half number 1. Evan Harrell was 16 for Carmel, 9 for Aiden Dickerson, 8 for Cash Daniels, 5 each for Ben Bremer, Julian Vogt, and Jamichael Fountain, 4 for Vince Nover, 1 for Delancey Fant. Adler Cole played but did not score. For North Central, Caden Rhodes 6, Bryce Harris 5, Brennan Johnson 2, Caleb Rhodes 1. That's it. Gabe Grossfeld played, did not score. David Smith played but did not score. Ramsey Bonds, Elijah Anderson, Antonio McFarland all played but did not score for the Panthers. And, you know, again, Carmel's playing much faster, but Carmel has also been known as a great three-point shooting team. They've made some, but frankly, Dave, they've gotten whatever look they wanted so far in the first half.
Yeah, they've had 7 different guys score, I believe, in my unofficial thing, and 5 of those guys have already surpassed their average per game, and we're at the end of the first half. So everything has just gone well for the Greyhounds, and I can't think of too many things that has gone well for the Panthers. Kevin Gant is a coach, go in the locker room, and you say, hey, okay, that first half was probably as poorly as we could ever play. Let's go back and let's, as I said earlier, let's accomplish something against this good ball club. And then we put a memory thing on that, and whatever works well against them in this second half, we will take into the future. But it's one of those games, when this game is over, I would doubt that they would ever look at the tape.
The bad news for North Central, you're sitting on this one for 10 days. They don't play again until a week from Monday. It's going to stick in their craw a little bit. Again, running clock for the entirety of the second half. Carmel 53 and North Central 14. Third quarter action comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
Man, if I meet Braden Smith and Pig, he's never going to live that down.
Dude, don't get your hopes up. Hey, Adam, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry, guys. Got to take this. All right, Braden, go easy on me.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
I guess for every hour, there really is Banks and Brower.
Whether it's criminal, family, personal injury, or immigration law.
You can call them anytime. Sorry, got a call.
Sorry.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them.
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
53-14 again, not what was expected tonight. These two played to a 1-point game last year. North Central came in at 3-1, Carmel at 3-0. It has been all Hounds and then some, and they have a running clock second half that is now underway.
I talked about what Coach Osmond or what Coach Gant would say to his ball club. There's not much you can say. But then if you're Coach Gant, you've got to say, hey, we're not going to lose our composure. We're going to keep playing hard. We'll make some mistakes, fine. Comes time when a team gets frustrated, they start playing and little things that you don't want them to do. I doubt if you would see that under a Coach Grant team. He just won't let it happen. The other question is, how long do you think that Coach Osborne will play his starting five?
Probably this quarter and not the last one. Rosefeld taken away. 9th North Central turnover. And Carmel does play tomorrow night against Kokomo. And Harrell fouled with a low block.
I've got a philosophy on that, and it upsets some coaches. But opponents, when you have a sizable advantage and a lot of time left, I think you owe it to that starting five or the starting six to get their minutes. And if you've got a kid that's a scorer, they got a right to have an opportunity to get their average. No, you don't do it just, it has nothing to do with running up the score. It's being fair to your kids. They've worked, some of these seniors, a long, long time. And if they've got a nice season going, you don't want to penalize them.
Harold called for steps. 2 early turnovers here in the half for Carmel. Again, they're not going to be as mentally sharp as they were in the first half. Last year, Carmel went 10-13 again. Their season blew up. Alex Kudo got hurt in mid-January, and that was really that. They'd find a way to win a couple of more games, but they really limped to the finish last year. First losing season for the Hounds in 14 years. Jump ball is called, and the arrow points the way of North Central.
Nice double team there on Daniels, and his teammates have got to come and help him on that. There was 3 black shirts around him. That means somebody's standing around watching rather than cutting to get open up a passing lane for him.
We referenced that North Central's next games are in the Paul Logan Invitational. After tomorrow night, that's the same for Carmel. Carmel will play Jeffersonville and Lake Central in games at North Central. Again, all 12 games can be seen for free at iscsportsnetwork.com. The Carmel-Jeffersonville game on Monday night will also be seen on MyIndy TV as Bryce Harris is the only player to make a three tonight for North Central. He's made 2 of them. And again, just because the score is under 35 in the second half, the running clock will continue. In fact, Dave and I will have that game on the 29th for you.
Might mention the Hall of Fame Classic coming up next Monday and Tuesday.
Correct.
Girls on Monday, the boys on Tuesday. As going into the night, the 4 boys team total had lost only 1 game. So it should be a very competitive situation.
You'll see all 8 of those games on the ISC Sports Network as well. And notes before Christmas, that's a rarity. Foul against Bremer on a hold. On the girls' side, Norwell, Evansville Central, Plainfield, and Warsaw. On the boys' side, Mount Vernon, Northview, Silver Creek, and Crown Point. And Carmel was scheduled to play Crown Point last Saturday night. That game got snowed out. Hope that game can be rescheduled. There is a bucket that goes for Anderson, his first of the game. Well, the good news is North Central has outscored Carmel 7-0 here in the quarter. The bad news is it's still a 32-point lead. And that is a Carmel turnover.
Yep. Good hustle to go after it, but they were on the sideline, so it goes back to North Central.
Timeout called by Carmel. We will take a break with them. 3:32 to play in quarter number 3. 53-21. Let's hang on a second. Thought they were going to take a timeout, but both benches are saying no timeout. So sorry to fake out master control. Think we're going to a timeout when we're not.
Coach Osford's saying he called a timeout, and so, I think he just teed up Coach Osborne.
No, now he's giving him a timeout. Now we got a timeout. So with that, now we'll take a break. We'll figure it out when we come back here on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Never let the world dictate who you are, what your why is. Failure isn't possible as long as you believe in your why. This adventure is yours. Create it. Make it yours. Make it powerful. Make it count. Create your own adventure.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is good.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
Wrestler! Whoa! So we got all parties settled. It was a timeout taken by Carmel. Want us to step away for a moment as well. In a rapidly moving second half, if you're just joining us, it was a 39-point halftime lead for Carmel. A stunning first half. Harrell couldn't track it down in time.
Great hustle by the big guy. Got a hand on it, got a deflection, couldn't chase it down, keep it on court.
But again, you'll notice the clock is still running. Once we start the running clock, it does not get turned off. I think you'll stop it for timeouts, fouls, etc. But simple out of bounds plays and things like that. Clock keeps moving. Wing 3 does not go. Taken and missed by Caleb Rhodes. Carmel hasn't scored this half, yet they lead it by 32. Bremer, well, he'll change that stat as Bremer opened the game with a bucket at the rim and has the first Carmel basket of half number 2 as well. Top of the key 3 for Rhodes does not go, but Harris tracks it down. He'll fire and miss that one. That's going to be a foul against Carmel. Vogt had a hold of the North Central player. Quickly subs come in terms of Bonds and David Smith. Will be waved in for North Central momentarily.
Just as I thought, Greg, even though it's strictly a one-sided game, you're seeing nothing but good hustle by North Central. You know, they're not frustrated. They're not getting the cheap foul, nothing like that. They're just continue to play. That's a reflection on the preparation by the coach.
Nathan Kuhn in for the first time for North Central. As both teams go a little deeper into the bench. And steps called against North Central. 10th North Central giveaway. There was a handful of years these two teams were in the same section. That's not been the case for a while. Vance jump shot, short. Harris the rebound. North Central in with LNLC, Warren Central, and Tech. Bonds and one.
Nice move.
Now, North Central may win the second half, but obviously not going to come close in the overall outcome. Bonds on the season, 2 of 2 from the free throw stripe. Bonds connects. And tomorrow night on MyIndy TV, a doubleheader from the Corteva Coliseum, the Breakaway Classic, the inaugural event. 6 o'clock start for Lures and Brebeuf. Fountain is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Fountain's first free throws of the season. So Fountain to the line that second game tomorrow night, Avon and Harrison. So as Fountain goes the free throw line, let's thank our buddy Brady Laurie and Laurie Law. Brady has been serving the citizens of Marion, Johnson, and surrounding counties for 25 years. If you or someone you know is in criminal trouble or has been injured, make the call to Brady for a consultation. Let Brady put his negotiating skills and court experience to work for you. Call 317-250-7783 or email BradyJLaurie@gmail.com. Brady Laurie, your criminal defense and personal injury trial lawyer. Good quick hands by Fountain. Race to the basket. Fountain left hand, no. Rebound corralled by North Central. Harris. Well, we have been blessed to have a lot of close games so far this year on ISC and MyIndy TV. Obviously, this is not one of them. A really quality game between Attucks and Warren Central, but Attucks pulled away to win late on Wednesday night. LC and LN last Wednesday was an absolute classic. Won by LN 80-78. Tonight, not so much. Bonds misses. Grossfeld has been a non-factor for North Central tonight. Yet to score, he averages just shy of 15 a game.
I'd commend the 3 officials. This is a tough game to work when it's that one-sided, but they've called every play as they see it. It doesn't matter what the score is. If there's a foul, it's a foul, and I think they've done a nice job of just maintaining consistency.
Well, we got 3 of the best officials in the area working tonight's game. And Chad, Lachelle, and Chris. Fant off the window, no. Harrell working hard for the rebound and finishes. 18 for Harrell, his first bucket since halftime.
I'm not sure a year ago he would have came away with that basketball. There was two North Central players and Harrell. They all had a hold on it, but he was determined to get it. And I'm not sure he'd have made that type of play a year ago.
That'll be the end of quarter number 3. 8 quick minutes left to go in this one. Carmel leads it by 33. You're watching an ISC and MyIndy TV.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the IC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey and Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Yeah, whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Ryan Osborne and Chris Shields having a conversation. And Carmel fans, go online to iscsportsnetwork.com, ISC social media, or the IHSAA Champions Network. See your team's game tomorrow night against Kokomo. Or Central fans will have your team's next 2 games as well, both in free streaming fashion. Coming up on the 29th and 30th. Harrell. Up and underscore it. 20 points for Evan Harrell. Came in averaging 13 a game. One of a couple of Indiana recruits that Bellarmine has heading their way. That's where Pete Suter went after his Carmel days. These days, he's one of the 11-0 Miami of Ohio squad. McFarland's 3 is good. Third made 3. McFarland's second made 3 of the season.
Of course, you got Brian Waddell, I mentioned, playing at Bellarmine right now in his senior year. He moved from Purdue down there. A little too crowded with talent at Purdue. A lot of guys very similar. And he's having a good year down there.
Jump ball. Arrow will keep it to North Central. Brennan Johnson, Elijah Anderson will check in. Early night for a lot of folks here inside the Eric Clark Activity Center. Smith, tough shot. Harrell did a great job just to hold his ground. And that'll be steps called against Bremer.
He took a pretty good hit upside the head. A lot of contact.
Shot does not go. Nover on the drive, score it. Vince Nover with 6. Of course, his dad, Matt, outstanding player at Indiana University. Three is good, and Rosefeld on the board for the first time. Rosefeld came in 5 of 12 from three-point range on the season, and this kind of has the feel of open gym right now. Cole rips it away and scores. Adler Cole gets his first field goal, and all 8 players that have played have scored tonight for Carmel. Anderson gets the friendly roll. Elijah Anderson with 4. Good hands by McFarland. McFarland racing back and scores. Shot blocked at the other end. Rosefeld in the corner, high arcing 3 does not go. Deep 3 by Smith on the response, no.
Turned in kind of an intramural game. Up and down, my turn to shoot, I'll take it up. Game outcome has been decided a long time ago, of course.
Cole with 4. Yeah, I think both teams' main goal is to keep the clock rolling at this point in time. Let's go home and get on to the next one.
I would expect Coach Osborne to let some of the guys finish up down toward the end of the bench.
Nover. Fant lines up a 3 and drains it. was 39 at halftime. Hence this running clock second half. Grossfeld, shot does not go. Not been his night. Harrell runs the floor and lays it up and in.
That was a heck of a pass from Dickerson.
Harrell with 22. And a timeout taken by North Central. We'll take it with them. 3:17 left to play. Carmel leads it by 36. ISC, My Indy TV.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
So 3:17 left to go in this one. Blink and you might have missed it. You'll want to forget it if you're North Central. 71-35. Most points that Carmel has scored in a game this year. And again, Carmel had 53 points at halftime. They are playing at a much faster tempo this year. Mark Shostak is in the game for Carmel. He is a very intriguing prospect, 6'11" sophomore, playing primarily on the JV. Carmel playing a 2-3 zone here.
Watched a little of that JV game, and he made some nice moves.
Nicholas Kazmerzak is in there as well. Caden Rhodes gets to double digits for North Central. Kazmerzak a bobble, but quickly gets back on his feet.
Nice passing.
And gets the up and under. It's his first varsity bucket. Harris for three for North Central. Bonds the rebound, and in traffic scores. Bonds with 6 off the bench. Late turnover. Fight for the loose ball. Carmel put up 74 in a game against Kokomo last year. That was in a 38-point win. That was the most points they scored a season ago. It's not a Carmel program that gets to 70 on a regular basis. Grossfeld for three, not that time. Rebound to Cole. North Central go a little deeper to their bench. They're going to try to get Shostak a bucket if they can. Yeah, it's stripped and taken away. Three by Rhodes does not go. And Cole now off to the races. Good job here to the defender in the air and finish.
Nice job there of coming to a jump stop, the little fake. Defender flew by, easy lay-in.
Cole will be likely a starter next year. Foul given basically just to get players into the game. Javier Walker in for the first time. Also coming in for North Central. Go a little bit deeper into their bench tonight. Shostak foul. But again, just the second team foul against North Central. So no free throws, which is why the clock will continue to roll here with less than a minute to play. You see Coach Gant was at his collegiate alma mater of Southern Indiana. Was an assistant coach for Rodney Watson when North Central called and asked him to come back home and coach the high school team. Has won 2 Marion County championships in 4 years as the head coach. The Panthers, and Cole off of 1 foot scores it. Well, this margin will end up being very similar to what it was at halftime. I would assume Carmel bring this in the front court and simply sit on it. And no need for further activity.
There's going to be a lot better nights for Coach Gant and the North Central Panthers.
And from tip-off to final buzzer, this one was done in 70 minutes. And in 70 minutes of actual time, Carmel scored 77 points. Your final score this evening, Hounds 77 and Panthers 39. Stay tuned. Post-game coverage comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
Man, if I beat Braden Smith and Pig, he's never going to live that down.
Dude, don't get your hopes up. Hey, Adam, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, guys, gotta take this.
All right, Braden, go easy on me.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
I guess for every hour, there really is Banks and Brower.
Whether it's criminal, family, personal injury, or immigration law.
You can call them anytime. Sorry, got a call.
Sorry.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Again, going into the year, we thought North Central might struggle. Their first 4 games, they looked really good. Not the case tonight. And Carmel continues an offensive explosion. Again, a team that often it's a race to 40. Well, that might be halftime this year. And their last 3 wins, they have scored 70, 64, and tonight, 77. Tonight's game presented in part by the Paul Logan Foundation, which continues to give back to Washington Township by providing valuable resources to all athletic teams and is dedicated to supporting student athletes and enhancing athletic opportunities across the district. Be sure to attend the 5th annual Paul Logan Invitational this winter, December 29th and 30th. The Paul Logan Foundation honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together. 77-39, Carmel wins this one. Continued post-game coverage comes your way next on ISC and MyIndy TV.
At the University of Indianapolis, your education is just the beginning. Small class sizes means that everyone gets to know you, your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. UIndy empowers you with real-world, hands-on learning projects that transforms your potential into purpose. And it's just minutes from downtown Indianapolis, connecting you to our alumni network, internships, and careers. How's that for opportunity? So, are you in? Your future begins at the University of Indianapolis.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn.
What a swim! 6 of them.
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Not exactly Christmas break for Carmel yet. They've got one more game to play tomorrow night against Kokomo. It looked like it was a bit of a vacation in half number 2 tonight as Carmel led by 39 at halftime and win this one by 38. Tonight's game on ISC and MyIndy TV, presented in part by Banks and Brower. For every hour, there's Banks and Brower. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. By Galitko and Daly, to go to work when you can't. Learn more at IndianaWorkers.com. By LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. By the Paul Logan Foundation, honoring Coach Logan's legacy and bringing our community together. By Unranked Hoops, Indy's first Euro-style basketball academy. Check out UNRNKD.com. And by Wabash College. Schedule your visit today at wabash.edu. Coach, you were great overall, but especially in saying, hey, listen, if you're North Central, just burn the tape. Don't worry about this one. Get to the break. If you are Carmel, what is it that you are seeing that you love so much in this team right now?
Well, the number one thing is the play of Harold. I thought he'd have a breakout year this year, and he's been doing reasonably well, but tonight he was exceptional, coming up with 22 points, had a ton of rebounds, a lot of second shots off of offensive boards. So I would start with that. The other thing, some of the guys coming off the bench, you know, Voigt came in and he started and came back in the ball game, did very well, and the balance. But the main thing, Carmel, you can point out, here's the thing we've emphasized all year. We saw 99% of it tonight. That's what we've got to build on and maintain.
What I would say is this. I'm not sure if there is a super team in Indiana high school basketball this year. There are lots of very good ones, and Carmel is most certainly in that category. Again, an early exit for us tonight because of the running clock. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our big dog of the game, brought to us by LD Smith Plumbing, and we'll exit stage left a bit early from the Eric Clark Activity Center. Final score this evening, Carmel 77, North Central 39. We'll wrap it up next on ISC and My Indy TV.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey and Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Yeah, whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
And little volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
McCulling in time. Oh, no. It's good.
This one is
caught. There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, three, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
That in the air. Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
This one over early. Carmel scored the first 10 points, and they were off to the races, never seriously threatened. Again, North Central came in with wins over two sectional champs and a regional champ from last year, and one of the best teams in 3A. Carmel cared none about that. 77-39, Carmel wins it, and we have mentioned who our top player is. Let's make it official, shall we? Our big dog of the game is Evan Harrell with 22 points. Our big dog of the game brought to us by LD Smith Plumbing. LD Smith Plumbing is the big dog of sewers and drains. At LD Smith Plumbing and Drains, you know a thing or two about getting dirty and keeping things flowing. Hats off to tonight's big dog for leading the charge for his team to victory. And again, was it pretty? Absolutely. Was he also pretty tough underneath? Yes, he was.
He was. He showed a great variety of flexibility in his game, playing outside, inside. He played defense. He didn't give up very many layups down inside, and certainly North Central has the ability to drive to the basket, but he kind of patrolled that whole lane on defense. So outstanding effort. Now he needs to build on that and carry it through the rest of the season into the tournament.
He'll be a Bellarmine Knight at this time next year. He certainly could be an Indiana All-Star by the time we get to June. Again, Bill Shepard Court will once again come alive tomorrow night as the Kokomo Wildcats are in for a contest. Again, you can catch that on a free stream at iscsportsnetwork.com, ISC social media, as well as the IHSAA Champions Network. Partner, a pleasure. I will see you Tuesday in Newcastle.
Thank you.
For Dave Nicholson and our wonderful ISC Sports Network crew, Aaron Van Wolde, Eric Canet, Daryl Tibbs, Carlos Alarcon, and Vince Morales, my name is Greg Rakestraw. There'll be better days for North Central. I'm not sure it gets better for Carmel. Hounds win by 38. Thanks for joining us on ISC and My Indy TV.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey and Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Yeah, whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Kept though by Lawrence Guard, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
God,
good.
there you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, three, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
That in the air. Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa!